Hi guys. Hi. Hey everyone. Welcome back to Cash and Calling. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another budget with me. So this week we're budgeting November paycheck number 1 and I'm excited about it, y'all. So in this video we're going to go over our income, expenses, bills, sinking funds, any debt payoff for this week, and spoiler alerts, we're not paying off any debt this week, y'all. Once we get into the numbers, it's gonna make sense. But I want to introduce myself first. So my name is Brittany. I am 37 years old. I'm a wife. I'm a mom of 4. We have 2 boys, 2 girls, and I work full time as a nurse practitioner. So I recently picked up a second job to help us out with our financial goals, and we're trying to tackle debt, y'all. We have over $200,000 worth of debt. Our debt includes our mortgage, student loans, multiple medical bills, and a car loan. And just a little backstory about me: I stay in the state of Mississippi. So Mississippi is a very low cost of living state. It's even considered one of the poorest states in the United States. So a lot of the services and things that we use are lower cost. And I bring this up because sometimes I be feeling some type of ways. I work as a nurse practitioner, so I look at my colleagues in other states and they make significantly more than I do. And I'm like, I'm not discouraged about it or anything like that because I realize we do stay in a low cost of living state. So some of the things like gas and even electricity, property taxes, things like that are much lower here. Our housing is even much lower. So I pray that it's balancing itself out in some type of way, but sometimes I wonder, am I getting paid my worth? Because I feel like, and I'm sure a lot of us feel like this, that we work so hard for so little sometimes. So that's kind of the space I am in right now. But yeah, I wanted to bring that up because we're going to get into some numbers. We're going to dive deep, y'all. And I just want to say this to y'all. I really feel like it is the season for us to lock in. Not just me locking in, but you locking in as well. Two things can be true at the same time. We can save and we can pay off debts. And I feel like a lot of us are trying to do one versus the other. I think we should be doing both, or at least maintaining your savings. I know for us personally, we're not actively saving right now because we are trying to pay off debts, but we are maintaining what we have. We do have a $1,000 emergency fund. Then we have another emergency fund that is more like 3 to 4 months of expenses. So we're just trying to maintain that right now because y'all, look around the world. Look at what's going on with the government employees. You kind of think, okay, the government is a very secure career path, position, but y'all, people are going to work, not getting paid. People are laid off, furloughed, or whatever. And I just hate that because, like, although we want to feel secure in our jobs, in our roles, our career path, the truth is, like, things can take a turn for the worst at any moment because most of these companies, it's all about the bottom line. You know, I don't care how long you've been there or anything like that. It's about the profit margin. So I am a cash budgeter, y'all. So I use the cash envelope method. I love the cash envelope method. I came back to this method about 3 years ago because I felt like even though we were bringing in the income, pretty decent income, y'all, we were still living paycheck to paycheck. What is the saying? It goes like more money, more problems. I feel like that was us. Lifestyle creep, trying to keep up with the Joneses, all of that, y'all. We had to shift our perspective in our mindset. So I really feel like cash budgeting was that for us. And I know everybody is different. Some people do cashless budgeting. It's whatever works for you. But the most important thing is that you start and you actually get a budget in hand, whatever that looks like for you. So we are going to talk more about all of that. Let's get into some numbers. All right, y'all. Let's go. You should see our budget sheet on the screen. So I will say this, I get paid on a weekly basis. My husband gets paid twice a month, and he and I got paid both on last week. So this week it is me, it's your girl. So I just want to preface that so y'all will know what exactly is going on. So W2 income for this week is $1,827.11. We did have rollover in our account from last week. So rollover is money that is left in your account after all bills have been paid, after you've allocated all money. So we had $270. So that came with us this week, and that brought our total income for this week to $2,097.11. That's post tax. All right, y'all. So next is our fixed expenses, which is tithes. So our tithes is getting a total of $256 this week. We do tithe off of our gross pay. We do 10% off of the gross pay. Now, I will say this, I feel like tithing is such a personal matter, personal conviction. So follow the leading of the Lord as far as tithing goes. I feel like there shouldn't be any kind of comparison or anything like that. I do, however, feel that tithing is a biblical principle, but be led by the Lord and be convicted by the Lord as well about tithing. So one person's conviction is not the other person's conviction. So now we're going to go in to our bills. So let's discuss what we have going on with these bills this week. We don't have many bills coming out. Thank God. We needed a break from all of that. Our girls' tuition, they go to a Christian pre-K, is $313. So what we do is we set that money aside every week and put it in our high yield savings account. At the end of the month, we pay their tuition. So what I decided to do, I want to discuss it with y'all. So we decided to get a dependent care FSA, flexible spending account. So I've been putting this off for so long, y'all. I could have been had this account. It was honestly my ignorance. I didn't really know what this account was, what it entails. When you try to research it, it is so confusing in my opinion. Even now, it's kind of confusing. But I researched it a little bit more and did a deeper dive, and I found that there is a good tax benefit from it. So I went ahead and signed up for it for next year, for 2026. It is open enrollment time. If you have a child in daycare or preschool, anything like that, y'all look into that dependent care FSA because you can save some money. We're all about saving money. This is a budgeting channel. And if you're tuning in, you're probably concerned about your finances. So if you can tap into that, please do so, or at least research it. I feel like when I was researching it, I wasn't able to find real people who actually use it. If you utilize it, let me know in the comments below what tax breaks that you've seen from it because I am interested. I think it's going to be $144 a week. So, y'all, my check my check gonna be looking low, but it's gonna help me to save on taxes as well. So I'm excited about that. And I'll do a check-in with that next year with y'all to let y'all know how that's actually going. So taxes, that's our Mississippi state taxes because they do not take taxes out of my check. So that is a total of $75 this week. Braces, that is for my son. That's $74. That comes out of our health savings account, so not our checking accounts. We got his braces placed at a local dental school. Y'all, a fraction of the cost. So if you're looking to get braces for yourself or to get your child braces, y'all check into these dental schools. They're dental students, so they are dentists. They're supervised by an attending dentist, y'all. So we don't have any issue with it at all. It's been a good experience so far. It's a fraction of the cost. It's regular braces. So student loan is getting $15 this week. I have not heard back about my income-based repayment plan. Y'all, the stuff is delayed. I don't know. I think it's a combination of the government shutdown and just in general, the things have been delayed in the government system. And I don't know. I don't know. I am just staying hopeful that everything is going to work out, praying that the system collapses or something. I don't know. And they wipe away the student loan debts. Is that wishful thinking? I think it is, y'all, but I am so sick of these student loans. So Blink, that is $10.70. And I am saving currently in a sinking fund toward an annual subscription because it's cheaper if you do the annual subscription. So trying to move that over, as well as Prime is due this week. It's 1604. We are actively saving to try to get that annual membership. Xfinity, that's our phone service. It's a $138.99. Y'all, I have been putting off transferring to Mint Mobile for so long. That is something I really want to do to help us save money on our phone bill. I really think I haven't done it, honestly, because if you have Xfinity and you have like bundled services through them, so like phone, Wi-Fi, what else they offer, TV, cable, or whatever, if you take away one of the services, your other bills go up. So I think that has been my hesitation, as well as just procrastinating, to be honest. So I know I need to do that, and prayerfully I'll do it soon. But I really want to switch to Mint Mobile to help save money. They are on a T-Mobile network, so that's a pretty good network where I live. So I just need to do it, y'all. I need to do it. Y'all hold me accountable with it. Google, that's our storage, is $2.13. And Baptist, that's a medical bill. It comes out of our checking account, even though it's a medical bill. Yeah, so that's how we pay that. It's out of our checking account. So our bill total this week is $669.86. So that's not too bad at all, y'all. So let's go ahead and go to our sinking funds. And for us, we utilize sinking funds as kind of a soft savings. So I was telling y'all we have that emergency fund. We actually have two emergency fund accounts. So our sinking funds, we utilize those to save like slowly or gradually towards the things that we need, whether it's kids' clothing or those subscriptions or anything, our lawn care. And if you are interested in seeing me actually stuff our envelopes with our sinking funds, y'all check that video out. I will be posting it shortly after I post this video, and it'll be for November paycheck number 1. So if you want to just see how that process goes, make sure to tune into that video. So go ahead and set your notification bell so you'll know next time I upload a video. Y'all, I'm trying to be consistent as possible, as humanly possible. I'm still a wife. I'm still a mom. I still have a demanding career. So I try to be consistent, and I have to realize that consistency looks different for everyone. So how other people post and their uploading schedule might not be the same as mine. And I realize I have to be okay with it. It's not going to change anything about what I'm doing on this channel. So Yeah, I just want to say that. Let's go to our sinking funds, y'all. So groceries is getting $150 this week. We actually already went grocery shopping. Right before I recorded this video, we went to Sam's, y'all. We did end up overspending at Sam's. So our budget was 150. We spent 170. How I will reconcile that is I'm gonna go ahead and pull money from our Sam's Club sinking fund. So our Sam's Club cash binder, I'm gonna pull money out of there. I'm pull the $20 plus money we need to spend on produce as well from Kroger. So we didn't get everything from Sam's. We stocked up on some meats from Sam's, but our produce and a few other things we're gonna go to Kroger and get. So that's how I will reconcile that. So that's where the sinking funds come into play. I really like the cash envelope method. I really love it, y'all. I love watching y'all's videos too, your cash stuffing videos. And I just want to encourage you, if you record content, to keep on going. People are watching you even if you don't know they're watching, and it's amazing to see all the progress and the growth. All right. So gas is getting $100 this week. So with gas, I am not doing my side hustle this week. I did do it a little bit last week. Y'all, I'm slowing down a lot for the month of November. So I have my birthday at the end of November as well as Nori's birthday. It's at the end of November. Nori is my baby girl. So I'm kind of slowing down. I grinded. Is that a word? I was really grinding for the month of October. My goal was to bring in $2,000 from my side hustle in October. I bought in about $2,300. So I was grinding, y'all. But November, I'm slowing it down and really trying to focus on home a little bit more. So gas is only getting $100. I said all of that to say gas is getting 100. I'm probably not going to spend all of that at all. We'll have significant rollover to go into our savings challenges. So spending money is $115. So the breakdown for that is 50 to me, 50 to my husband, and the rest goes to our son. So we just have our money to kind of do as we will with it. Now, some weeks that amount will decrease because it has not always been 50. Usually do 25, but here lately we did increase it to $50. We're right around the holidays and just trying to get more stuff done. So that's why we did that. If ever we need to kind of pull it back or rein it in or even cut something, our spending money will be the first thing to get cut. All right. So eating out is getting $40 this week, but we are not planning on eating out this week. So more than likely that will not be touched and it will roll over into our savings challenges. And toiletry is getting 15, miscellaneous is getting 20, our house notes is getting 200. So how we do our house notes is we usually just kind of take bite-sized pieces of it to make it easier to pay at the end of the month. So this week I'm sending $200 to our high yield savings accounts, and we already have 300 in there for the house. So it's a total of $500 so far that we have gotten for the house payments for the month of December. So once we get to the end of the month, it'll be a lot better to just go ahead and pay it. And our house note is not that much, y'all. Like I said, we stay in Mississippi. It's a low cost of living state. So our house note is about $1,400. It's really lower than that. We just pay 14 to pay a little bit more on the principal. So we're paying $1,400, y'all. I have seen people's house note be way more than that, and Lord, some of them I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so much. I don't know how we would pay that and have breathing room. But that goes back to I stay in a low cost of living state. A lot of people, especially you stay further up north, although housing and things like that are more, you're compensated more. So it kind of evens itself out. Let me know if y'all find that to be true, that if you stay in the northern states, whether the compensation kind of correlates to the cost of housing for you. All right, saving challenges. I decided to start actually budgeting money for our savings challenges. So I would count this money up at the end of November. So what I'm doing is putting money every week into savings challenges, just trying to save extra money. And then at the end of the month, whatever I saved, it'll go towards debt. It'll go more towards our sinking funds. I'm really trying to get those annual subscriptions for Amazon Prime and Blink. So it'll go towards that. So I'm excited about that, to be able to save more money. Christmas is getting an extra $20 because we are trying to budget more for Christmas. Our original budget is $1,200. We're trying to get that up to $1,500. Prayerfully, we don't spend $1,200, but I was crunching the numbers and I think we need a little bit more because our son Dylan, he is coming home from the Air Force. So, and he'll be with us from Delaware. And we're excited. We just want to make sure that we have everything we need for when he comes home. And yeah, so those sinking funds, like I said, they are like little mini savings accounts. So we have a little extra, we have a cushion just in case we need it. So for the sinking funds this week, we're putting in a total of $910. So we're going to go on to our virtual envelopes, y'all. Vacation is one of our envelopes that I cannot wait to utilize because Lord knows I need a vacation. I need a getaway. Me and my husband were talking about maybe doing a staycation. So getting a hotel or Airbnb or something in the city. We might do that. Then he sent me flights earlier today, like, oh, we can take a flight. I'm like, okay, is that what we're doing? But y'all, we really need to get away for the month of October. I didn't work every day of the week, but I felt like I did. I almost did, except on Sundays, work every day of the week. And y'all, I was just trying to grind as much as I could. And I'm thankful to be able to do that, but I really have to learn to rest my body too and replenish myself. So hopefully we'll get to do something soon, even if it's like a mini getaway. So we put $85 in there. So that account has a balance of $1,911. All right, y'all. So Christmas, we put $20 into Christmas. So that is $1,200 for Christmas. Our taxes got $75. So our tax account has a balance of $1,247.42. And we did just kind of just a clarification on our tax account. That's our Mississippi taxes and our self-employment taxes. I do have extra money sitting at the state of Mississippi from when I was paying them directly. I literally opened this tax account probably 3 weeks ago. So I just opened this tax account and the rest of the money is at the state of Mississippi. So our medical virtual envelope, y'all, that's just our health savings account. We put $100 in there this week and it has a total of $211. So this week our virtual accounts got $280. All right, so let's go on to our debt. Last but not least, our debt. Y'all, we didn't pay anything on debt this week. And I really can pay something on debt, but I kind of did a monthly budget, which I wasn't doing, y'all. I wasn't doing a thorough monthly budget. And I got really convicted about that and decided to pivot. So although I budget weekly, I really need an overview of the month to see which weeks we can afford to pay extra on debts and what that looks like. So I crunched the numbers and did all of that. And this week that we're on right now, so November paycheck number one, is just going to be heavier in the sinking funds, and then next week will be heavier in the debt payoff. So I already looked at that, and prayerfully it'll work out like that. But this week, nothing extra is going on in anything. Our major goal is to get our car loan paid off. So we really, although the goal is to pay $1,000 this month on our car loan, we really need to get that increased. So I'm gonna try to figure out what we're gonna do. I'm still doing our savings challenges, so I'm pretty sure we'll get it done. It's just right now, I don't know how we're gonna get it done, but I'm sure it's gonna be done by the grace of God. So, y'all, that is it for our budget for this paycheck. I pray that you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy, make sure to like the video, give me a thumbs up, and I pray that if you are not already subscribed, I pray that you will consider subscribing. All right, y'all, I will see y'all on the cash stuffing video. Bye.